Hello everyone. Do a quick mic check. Is it working, Shark Lord? It's working. Good to hear, good to read, good to see. See if I can get everything set up here. Welcome back, guys. We got E, Shark Lord, Galactic Cupcake, and QB and Smoker. Welcome to the chat, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button. It is greatly appreciated. Meanwhile, I'm going to figure out why my camera's up so high, because hot dang. Okay, now it's too low. Perfect. Ish. Maybe. Alrighty. My screen is not showing. That is a problem. 3DS bottom screen, check. 3DS top screen, also check when it wants to load. Okay, I think we got it. Also, that is really loud in my ear holes. Let's check how loud it is for you guys. Not super terrible. Already smashed the like button. Wish you could mash it 100 times. Zach, welcome to the stream. I think it's the first time I recall seeing you here live, but I have seen your comments dropped on my videos recently, so thank you for that. Moist Bear, welcome. I am in fact not playing Magic the Gathering. I have had cards at one point, but never really fully got into the game. I preferred Yu-Gi-Oh! I am most definitely streaming early today. My son is being watched by his grandma because me and his mom are both really, really sick and couldn't keep up with him, and the little one is asleep with my wife. So I figured I would get on and do my stream early because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep up the energy for it today. We're both getting flu-like symptoms. Not a fan. You're a grandpa yourself, completely understand. Hey, sometimes the grandkids are just fun to hang out with. He behaves really well for grandma and eats really, really well. And that's a good thing, because we can't get him to eat anything half the time, so if somebody can get him to eat, they can have him. If I say smash that like button, the like button glows. Never seen it happen. You spoil your grandson? Nice. That's what it's about. You gotta feed him full of sugar and send him back home to mom and dad so they can be terrors. But yeah, I'm not feeling super great today, so hopefully I can maintain the energy and composure to stream. I hope to stream till midnight my time. If we get a little bit later, great. If not, great. But yesterday I had a really bad allergic reaction to cottonwood trees. I went out golfing with my dad, and the cotton fluff started falling, and it wrecked my day and my week, basically. So my left eye swelled up. My white of my eye had blister looking swelling on it, and it was starting to overtake the color of my eye. The iris, I believe is what that's called. So really bad allergic reaction. So struggling with decongesting from that. Had like 3 rounds of Benadryl, 2 rounds of loratadine, on top of copious amounts of caffeine to stay awake yesterday. My body's just going crazy right now, so too many chemicals. You were thinking only old people could be uncles, then your sister had children? That'll do that to you. The boiling point of blood is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Interesting tidbit. It is pretty thick. Why is the Snorlax a country? Because he's hungry. Oh, I know people that can make people's blood boil with doing less than that, Galactic. Just be a troll on the internet and you can get people's blood boiling really fast. Just go to Facebook. Please don't. I have a family. I feel like, though, at this point, this game is edging on the territory of owing me a shiny. Ayo, you found a pack of Haribos? Nice. Except for, can we all agree in the chat that Albanese gummy bears are the best gummy bear? My phone's ringing, but I don't know where it's from. Hi, Ben, who is watching and texting me. Nerd. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I love it. I dig it. And I will do my best to get feeling better. You'll be up here tomorrow? That's pretty sweet. It's a goodish place to be. As good as any, I suppose. You enjoy my live streams, you work graveyard shifts, and play Pokemon right along with you, but you are on Legends. I wish I was on Legends. Legends has shinies for days. Eventually I'll return to Legends. Just got a few more randos that I need to get on the 3DS and company. And I will be good to hunt whatever I want, whenever I want. Ah, friend is going to borrow your AC unit for the summer. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The best gummy bears are gummy bears. Listen, E. There is in fact a tier list of gummy bears. And Albanese is indisputably at the top. Haribo, kind of hard sometimes. Trying to get a shiny Alpha Ursaluna to spawn. Okay, okay. Best of luck there. I have not found any shiny alphas, but I also haven't looked for any shiny alphas either, so that's probably why. The Albanese are bigger gummy bears? I don't know about that. They're just squishier, like every time I've had them. Haribo's got that hard, elastic, chewy gummy bear. But we gotta agree that they're better than gummy worms, because, like, gummy bears are superior. Trying to shiny hunt alive, don't even have a normal one yet. I feel that. I've probably spent about 40 hours trying to catch a Tauros in the Safari Zone in Pokemon Red on the 3DS Virtual Console. I must have encountered probably 150 Tauros, and they all keep running on me. It is very tragic and sad. You have one shiny in Legends Arceus Ponyta. Galactic, I feel like you need to just play the game a little bit more. I can't go down Obsidian Wasteland, or whatever the crap it's called, without finding a shiny Shinx. Like, also didn't like any of the starters, so you nicked someone's shiny Spheal from Pokemon Home. Okay. Listen, Spheal is a great Pokemon. I fully support that decision. Me and Tenny ZT did a Pokemon Emerald Kaizo randomizer race that we never finished. And we got a Spheal as our starter, and that was pretty epic. We then subsequently found a Wonder Guard Deoxys that went really hard. It was weak to like 2 things. And as long as you weren't fighting those 2 things, it was unstoppable. It was great. Because it also had full health too, so... Maybe after these I should go for a shiny alpha, but I am still compiling my schedule for what I want to do stream-wise. I'm gonna try to get at least 10 p.m. to midnight every single night streaming, since I am up at those times. And my kid is usually asleep by 9:30. I would have done it this week, but he was having some sleep regression issues where he wants the door open at all times to sleep. And it took us a week to figure out that's what the problem was, so hopeful that this week I will establish 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. streaming every single day. Something, whether it be shiny hunting or whether it be my backlog of games that I want to get through on stream and justify the business purchase for them, because I kind of have to play them on my YouTube channel to do that. Umarly, welcome. What's poppin', slime? Man, I was just barely getting Maple Story out of my mind. Now we got slimes appearing in chat. I'm gonna have to play it. It's the only way I'm gonna get rid of this itch I have. Not much, you Marley. How about you? I don't know when the last time you appeared in stream was, but we have Baby Coin is here officially as of like 20 days ago. 17-ish, somewhere around there. We are in our new 3-bedroom apartment as of the 1st of the month. I am halfway through my leave at work. You're got nothing on the channel to show for it, unfortunately. Yeah, you did tell me you got a kitten. Okay, yeah, that's where we're at. You did, in fact, get a kitten. And it was kind of a stray you took in. And they got you a heck of a deal on its immunizations and spay/neutering and stuff. That was last week? Alright. I'm going to be honest. It's not that our stuff isn't memorable. It's that my memory is literal trash right now. Like, the less sleep you get in a week, the less likely it is you'll remember things from day to day. And I've kind of hit a point where my face doesn't hurt anymore due to being so tired. Like, I have surpassed and went beyond tired, if that makes sense. Star Killer, it's too early for me to be streaming. Try again in a couple of hours. Hey, I mean, we might still be here in a couple hours. I just wanted to get this done while I had the mental energy and capacity to do so. Because come midnight, I don't know where I'm going to be at. And when I'm there, I probably won't know where I'm at. So, you know, that's the thing. I had to leave work. I was working from home, but I had to clock out way early today to tend to my wife and my kid. Well, kids, plural. I just was working at about 10 a.m. and heard what sounded like a gallon of water being poured straight on the floor with various heavings and lurchings involved. So I had to go and help my wife out. And then I started getting sick throughout the day as well. We don't know if we both have the flu or if she has the flu, and I just have too many different chemicals going on in my body. But we're hanging in there. My mom came and grabbed Copper Coin. He's staying the night there so that we don't have to like move quickly to get him out of things and keep him safe. Come midnight, I better be streaming. Alright, but fair enough, Star Killer. Midnight, I will still be streaming. However, I will make no promises about midnight 01. You were sick this morning also. Glad you didn't stick around, but felt awful this morning. Dang. If one person's sick, everyone is going to get it regardless. Yeah, we're hoping that Baby Coin doesn't get sick, though, because he's packing on weight like a champ, doing exactly what he needs to do. Last thing we need is him to get a stomach bug, so we're hopeful that he will have the appropriate antibodies given to him to fight this off and not get sick. Luckily, so far, I'm the only one that has a sneezing problem, but that's due to allergies. Umbra, also known as Besto, what is up? I never pinned a goal. What am I doing, guys? We have a like goal of 25. If you just stopped in, go ahead and smash that like goal. If you're on mobile, press and hold the screen or the 3 dots in the top right hand corner and then hit that like button. Let's get this pinned. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's see where we're at. $22 is the current like number. I think we can hit 25 really quickly. Very good chance of that. Oh. Interesting, Umbra. Like bots, roll out. Exactly. That's what's up. I'm almost 3/4 of the way to full odds, so that's cool. It'll be like the fastest we've ever gotten to full odds. You ate Taco Bell, wasn't worth it. Is it really ever? I'm sorry, I don't really like Mexican food at all. I especially hate American Mexican food. Like, fast food Mexican food. But, like, you find the sketchiest looking, you know, Mexican joint there is in town, and it is going to be the best dang Mexican food you've ever had. So, like, I'm a huge fan of that. I think my DS done froze, guys. There, light goal destroyed. Take that. I'll take it. I'll take it. You don't feel like cooking at all? And you only have McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell next to you. Everything else is 20 minutes away. I could throw a baseball and hit a McDonald's from my place. Not really, but it is pretty close. I could walk there and back in 5 minutes. Let's put it that way. And they're putting in a Chipotle next to that McDonald's. They recently put in a Starbucks. Basically, my little neck of the woods is getting a lot of stuff. There's a Wendy's and a Burger King and a Subway, all within like 5 minutes of me. You made a whole nother channel to fuel your Pokemon Ghosts and Dark edits. Live your best life, love of Besto. And Starkiller hasn't eaten food in like fast food in 3 years, because all you do is cook. That's a good thing. I think that's probably a good thing. Usually healthier. You into main cook in your house? You love cooking? Zach, again, that's just win. Better food, healthier food, more fun. Highly recommend. You and your wife both worked at the McDonald's by you. You'll never eat there again. It is interesting. There was a McDonald's I worked at that I would still go back and eat at, but a Sonic I worked at, oh my gosh, I could never go to that Sonic again. And I actually think those ones, the people that owned that specific Sonic, they owned like 3 others, and they all got shut down. Like, it was sketchy how they cleaned and mopped the floors. And you like cooking, it definitely beats eating food that makes you feel like trash. Truth. I need to get back to eating better. You know, I like a good Sonic burger. There's something about the mayonnaise they put on it that I like. But usually I could go to Wendy's and get the same thing, so that's typically what gets done. Oh, it was free for your lunches because you worked there. Yeah, I remember getting that deal. Pretty good deal. Sky Gams, welcome. Welcome. Looks like you got a pretty professional looking PFP there now. I can't see what it is, but it looks pretty clean. It kind of looks like Android 17 with a Viking helmet on. But again, my eyes are pretty jacked up from allergic reaction yesterday, so my ability to see things is very, very wrong. The closest Sonic is like 30 minutes away. Oh, dang. 30 minutes traveling how fast? Because I do definitely appreciate measuring distance and time. But East Coast versus West Coast. Highway speed limit, which is 70. Okay, yeah, that's a good distance, about 30 miles. New light goal. Yes, we do need to get a new light goal. Let's get it. I haven't seen any green. Oh, yeah. There's some green in the chat. Any one of the membership folks want to drop a new light goal of, say, 40? Get us some use of your awesome emojis. Skygams, it is a paid membership option. I don't know if you're on a mobile device or what, but there should be a little $sign down in the bottom right of the chat that says support Brasscoin. That's how people got that. Second to that, at the first of every month, I get to give away 10 memberships on YouTube for gifted subs. And we hope those go to people that are frequent on the channel, but I found out there's 20,317 people that those could possibly go to, so it does not care if you are actively viewing or not. Well, you're probably going closer to 80, 85. For real, though. Like, if you're not going, like, 5 over, you're really not going the speed limit. You have season pass? I would think so there, Besto. Victor Nunez, welcome. Yes, so this shiny hunting method is soft resetting. These lovely ultra space dwellers give us a Poipole. So we are getting said Poipole over and over and over again. When it gets to this screen where it shows the Poipole, if it is shiny, you will know it's shiny at this point. So we are resetting here to load up a new instance to get another Poipole. And now I'm feeling self-conscious about the shiny hunting method. I know I looked it up before I started hunting. And I know it does appear shiny on this screen. I know it does. But now I'm questioning if it actually does or not. You like driving the SUV because it's big and people move out of your way. That is a fair point. I drive a little Honda Civic. Nobody moves out of the way. Yeah, it's shiny hunting in a nutshell. Nothing super crazy about this one. We're just doing it on the 3DS because that's the only game that you can get it on. You see the encounter increment going up 2 for every encounter you see. That is because I am shiny hunting on 2 devices. But only one of them has a capture card installed, so that's what we're doing it. But this one has the capture card. This one's just hanging out. So we're hoping that the shiny appears on the one I'm using that you guys can see first. But there will be at least one that you guys will be able to see when it's all said and done. So we have your girlfriend's car and then the family SUV Toyota gang. Hey, there you go. I like some good Toyotas. Love me Civics though. Oh, I drove it before your Camry. The Camry had to have been a newer year, right? Because like there ain't no way you upgraded from a Civic to a Camry without getting like at least 5 to 7 years newer. Because Civics are just so much more comfy. Not hating the Camry. Camry is a fan-freaking-tastic car. Both Camrys and Honda Civics run forever. 300,000 miles, they're just getting broke in. You were in Violet and found your adorable shiny candle and you accidentally misclicked and killed it. That was 2 hours worth of time wasted. Rest in peace, Litwick. It was a 2012 Civic. It was a 2-door, so too small for the car seats. And went to a 14 Camry. You totaled then a 16. Okay. It's definitely a valid reason for a car swap change. Because Honda Civics can be pricey sometimes. Me and my wife both got 4-door Civics. I kind of did something incredibly creepy looking back on it. So I was rocking a Nissan Sentra. It was a 2010 Nissan Sentra. Very long title. SER Spec V. This thing like came pre-pimped out to be a street race car, you know, a low-end one, and would have been easy to tune it up to be a full-fledged one. I could go a $120 in 5th gear, and I still had a 6th gear that wasn't even touched. Like, that thing was crazy. 4 doors, everything you could have needed for a family car as well. Great gas mileage. My stupid self was impressed by my wife's Honda Civic, so I went in and traded mine in and got one. Regret that decision, but yeah, looking back on it, that was incredibly creepy because we were dating at the time, and it looked like I was straight up copying her because of the car, but it was a great car. But I miss my Nissan Sentra. I would, if I could undo that, I definitely would have. Painted Dog Games, welcome. Hello, hi. How are you this evening? You're giving off besto vibes, kind of, but we'll take it all the same. The main thing I regret about my Honda Civic right now is it's a CVT transmission, not a manual, and that bothers me to no end. I miss having a manual transmission. I felt more involved and more in control of my vehicle with the manual. Especially living up here in the middle of Idaho where icy roads are a given, it is so comforting to know that if you need to, you can rip an e-brake and slide to turn a corner to not get hit super fast. It's great to be able to downshift, upshift on demand to control the traction you have on said ice. Hope I get the shiny Skygams with a super chat for $1.99 holler. First super chat, everybody. Epic. Let's get some Swampert emotes in the chat for Skygams. Celebrate their first super chat on the live stream. Also, I don't know what it is with my alert box right now, but it is not doing what it's supposed to do at all. You like manual transmissions, but you'll never shift faster than a computer. For most people, that is true. For myself especially, that is true. But a good... Oh, there's a super chat thing working. Perfect. A good computer would know best when to shift. Most of the time. Your Camry also has the option to shift manually. That's what's up. I kind of force my CVT transmission into shifting manually for me when I'm really in a mood. There's a thing with automatic transmissions that if you rev on the gas and, you know, it's not shifting when you should. Like, I know that my car should be shifting before it's shifting. Just from an acceleration standpoint, from many hours of testing with my my Nissan, you can hear when the engine needs to shift and where it would be best to shift. While you may not shift faster than the computer isn't always trying to shift for you when you want it to, because a lot of the programming is, okay, we're going to set this to economy, we're going to set this to, you know, best gas mileage optimization, versus I want to get 0 to 60 as fast as possible. And that's a problem with computers, is unless you chip it, it's not going to shift faster than what a human could, because it's not going to shift when you want. It will wait for you to let off the gas, or you extremely over rev before it shifts. So if I want to shift faster and want it to actually do its thing, I slightly let off the gas and then it forces a shift. It works almost every time. Problem is, CVT transmission should be constantly changing. That's what it stands for, constantly variable transmission. So, like, it shouldn't have any shifting time, but it does. It's stupid. And Skygam's got to support one of their favorite shiny hunters. That means a lot, Skygams. Thank you so much. We're doing a lot of hunting, but recently not a lot of finding, it seems. To those who were wondering about my Tauros hunt I mentioned earlier, I'm in Safari Zone trying to find not a shiny Tauros, because you can't tell in Gen 1. I'm trying to find and catch a regular Tauros, and I've been at that probably over 40 hours, in case the legendary loser is watching this very stream. It is a 1% spawn, 4% at best, and its flea rate is like 40%. It's ridiculous. I've probably lobbed over 200 Pokeballs at it with no luck. Your 2012 Civic got like 52 miles per gallon. Camry is 40, but it's got sport mode you can use, controlling shifting with paddles. Epic. Yeah, my Civic currently is at 40 miles per gallon on a good day. It's like 34 to 40, depending on what I'm doing. Baby coin is doing great. Copper coin is also doing great. I don't know if you knew Sky Gams because it's been a hot minute, several of them in fact. But I have 2 kids now. Copper coin is the OG baby coin, and we have a new baby coin. So he's doing great. He got a little jaundicey for a minute, but he pulled out of it just fine without any special treatment or otherwise, so really doing good. But the OG Copper Coin is also doing great. Loves his baby brother. Very loving and affectionate. Little jealous from time to time. He's kind of started over the last few days to understand that baby is taking up mom and dad's attention. We still do our best to make sure he gets love and attention as well, but juggling 2 kids can be difficult. Needs are prioritized, and he has unfortunately been put in his room a little bit more because he's also at that stage where he wants attention but is just getting into mischief to try and get you to interact. But because you're so busy getting him out of thing to thing to thing, you can't sit down and just play with him to give him the wholesome attention that he wants. Very frustrating to get ahead of that curve and just interact with him before he starts getting into stuff, because with 2 kids you have very minimal time to clean up messes that they create, and they do create an immense amount of messes. Wait till you get 3 or 4. 4 is hell for real. I've heard that 2 is the worst that it'll ever be because of that dynamic. Once you have 2, it's like, okay, it's just another one. But I can understand how 4 would be more difficult, given there's more of them to need attention. Other aspects, there's keeping each other company and entertained and playing together, we hope. But that's not always the case. Skygams, I do believe the lowest membership is in fact at a $2.99 price point. Oop, I just got rid of some stuff on accident. The 4 3-year-olds are freaking terrors. 11, 5, 4, and 3. Yep. Right now we have 2 under 2. Alright, Skygams, that would be greatly appreciated. We'll look forward to it. Get yourself some access to all those sick emojis. Yeah, for me, it's... I know they're going to be great playing with each other in about 2 years. It's the constantly getting into things that's got my patience at the threshold. And, like, we scold him way more than we should right now because we're both... My wife and I are both sleep deprived. And so, like, everything's a little bit more irritable. So we're trying to, like, rein that in and get a little bit more sleep and show him a little bit more grace, a little bit more understanding. The shiny is, in fact, really cool. And its name so far is Barry B. Benson. And that came at a $20 super chat. I believe QB holds the highest super chat for that so far. Did we hit said like goal again? Oh, we never did get the new like goal. Let me fix that real fast. There we go. We are done and done. Replace pinned message. Currently showing a like of 27. Might be higher than that. We'll see. Oh, snap. 31? 31? Dang. That's what's up. $32, they say. 32, they say. Shark Lord and E are both back. Welcome back. Three more until like goal. And we're only an hour in and we're so close to smashing 2 like goals. What's up? You're on your Meta Q3. Is that some goggles for Facebook? Is that those fancy Facebook goggles? You did some stuff in Ocarina of Time, by the way. What'd you get up to there, Shark Lord? Did you beat the water temple? Tried the VR stuff, but it gave you a headache. One VR game that I did enjoy was Skyrim. That was pretty great. Also, can we talk about how sad it is that we have no update of when Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out? To be fair, though, they do have a significant amount of world building they do for their games, so... You did all the Zoe's stuff, you're an adult now, and did the Great Fairy at Death Mountain, and now you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do at Kakariko. Is it actually confirmed? I mean, it was at one point. Oh, Zora stuff to Zoe. That makes sense. Kakariko Village, you are supposed to... Well, to start with... Kakariko Village, you are supposed to go to the graveyard, push around some gravestones, find Dompy's grave, and race him for the hookshot so you can get into the Forest Temple. I don't know how many years we've been waiting for GTA 6. However, I can tell you that we've had the announcement for Skyrim 6. I feel like since before GTA 5. Let me see. Did we actually have an announcement for GTA 6? Looks like it has a projected date, according to some court documents, for during or after 2026. Planning to be released solely on the PC and Xbox. And I don't know when this news came out. But yeah, there's an official trailer for it and everything. Official announcement teaser by Bethesda Softworks. That was for Elder Scrolls 6. Yes, Shark Lord, that 99 ruby cap is in fact intended. You need the adult wallet to get more rupees than that. I am a walking walkthrough for that game, but I am kind of drawing a blank as to what gets you that 100 rupee upgrade, or sorry, 200 rupees. Let's check out GTA 6. It's an upcoming action-adventure game in development by Rockstar Games. Initial release date 2025 is what it's saying. But who knows? What gets you the wallet upgrade? Wallet upgrade is gold Skulltulas. I think you have to get 30 of them and take them to the House of Skulltula in Kakariko Village. Sky Games might fall asleep, but will still be on the stream. We'll take that view time. Ain't gonna turn my nose up at some good quality view time. Also, guys, I was talking about this the other day because I genuinely don't know the best course of action for this. But like I was saying the other day, I do want to take a look at doing some streaming for my backlog of games. Just me playing games, not shiny hunting. Just playing Skyrim or Fallout New Vegas. Just doing some highlights of games I've been playing, what I've been up to and whatnot. Donkey Kong Country Returns, things like that. I don't know where best to do it. Hyrule Monkey is doing phenomenal, was doing phenomenal, would be doing phenomenal if I, actually still posted with it. But it was doing great with general Nintendo games, Zelda specific. This is doing pretty alright with Pokemon specific games. What I don't want to do is start streaming these games and have it tank my attendance, my views, and the algorithm and whatnot. But I also don't think I want to create a Brass Coin Plays channel, because that's just more work than I feel like it's going to be worth. I'm just not sure what the best course of action is going to be to get that on the screen. Somebody threw out maybe streaming to Twitch only, which could work. but I do want to keep things pretty YouTube centric, I think. Do you like how Pokemon Scarlet and Violet played out, like terrestrialization and shiny odds? For the most part, yes. I am very pleased and happy with Scarlet and Violet. Definitely one of the more buggy games we've received at launch thus far. And not in a good way. I didn't personally experience a lot of them, but there's way too many of them to ignore casually. I think it's an epic fail that there's no static encounter shiny hunting. All of the legendaries are shiny locked. I think that is egregious and unforgivable. Overall, I think I would give the game a 6 out of 10. Sword and Shield did better. I do like the open world aspect of it. So as far as creating a you can go anywhere and do anything at any time environment, I think they knocked it out of the park. That would maybe bump my opinion of it up to a 7. But there's just so many other things that they did egregiously that makes it pretty low for me. Terrestrialization was a cool concept. I did appreciate that. I feel like they rolled the events out way too slow and kept them around for way too short amount of time, because I quickly lost interest in them. By like January of 2023, I had lost interest just 4 months after they started coming out. It's like, okay, these raids are stupid. There's no point. Everything can be beaten with a super easy combination, most of which is fairy related. Start a brass coin Minecraft server. You know, I have thought about it on several occasions. Maybe if I ever upgraded my PC, I would use my current PC as a host, because I'm pretty sure it could handle a good amount of people hosting on that server at one time. You use Eternos because it's free, but it does time out if no one is online. It's a big bummer. I didn't even know there were free Minecraft hosting servers. Like, I would want to do a Brasscoin Plays channel, but I don't think I could ever get it up to the point where it's monetized just with what I have going on the channel, because I only have about 200 or less people that are actual fans that are here for me. You guys obviously are among those because you guys show up to the streams consistently, but I don't think I would ever get that one off the ground and monetized at all. Wouldn't be a bad place to just store stuff for a while, but I think it would be hard to start streaming to that one. What I could do is stream to Twitch and then upload VODs on YouTube. Then again, if I just stream the games, I don't think that's going to affect my video watch that much either, because I'm not like uploading videos for it, I'm streaming. Which, those are two different categories. Don't really vibe, usually watch vibe or streamers, but I got the vibe. Pass the vibe check, I love it. Zach will follow me wherever I stream. Glad to hear it, Zach. Shark Lord just be lurking. I just gotta make a decision and go with it, really, though. I think that's gonna be the key here. Whatever decision I make is probably gonna be fine. I just need to make it and go with it. I do know a lot of YouTube creators, most chief among them is Masked Nintendo Bandit or just Bandit, had a Bandit Plays channel, and he integrated everything into the main channel and seems to be somewhat successful with that. And then I know M&J TV has a few different channels they upload on that seem to all be doing really well, so just gotta find which one's gonna be best. Definitely get more views on YouTube. I know at one point I was streaming Super Mario 64. I got a kick out of streaming that one because I raged like no tomorrow. Oof. Donkey Kong 64, or not Donkey Kong, Mario 64 was pissing me off. And it was because the Switch controls didn't quite line up with the 64 controls and sensitivity. So I kept launching myself off of platforms. Marley says, you feel like Brass Coin Plays would probably be better and just kind of playlist it as shiny hunts and regular streams. Are you talking about like my channel currently changing that to a Brass Coin Plays, or are you talking about a second channel for Brass Coin Plays? Or were you talking about keeping my channel as it is, but then having a playlist for Brass Coin Plays and a playlist for the shiny stuff? Third one sounds better on paper. So just all same channel, just streaming and placing them in two different playlists. Could do. Heaven knows it can't do worse to my channel than my Pokemon Snap journey did to my channel. Oh my gosh. Pokemon Snap, guys, the Pokemon Snap 2 for the Switch, almost destroyed my channel back in the day. Before Pokemon Snap came out, I was primarily a Zelda tuber, and then Pokemon Snap came out, and I had probably about 600 subscribers when Pokemon Snap came out. Over the course of a month, I dropped 300 subscribers because of Pokemon Snap videos. All of the people I gained from my Zelda content just left. It was brutal. I was trying to do a thing where I uploaded one video a day for a month, doing Pokemon Snap, how to get a certain Pokemon picture, things like that, how to complete some of the quests. Tanked it hard. So that's part of my hesitancy for wanting to be careful with what I do. Oh yeah, for sure, Umali. Most people do understand. And now that a lot of people are here for the bots anyways, like, I can kind of do whatever pretty successfully, I think. because not a lot of people are going to leave. Although that being said, I did drop like 20 subscribers the last few months doing all of the Pokemon Go spoofing videos I did, because I did like 10 pretty much back to back. And that's my fault for accepting the deals and things, but I had a goal that I was working towards and I did achieve that goal. Alright guys, we are getting a baby coin appearance after this encounter, so I will be right back. All right. Come on, look up. Here we have a baby coin appearance. This is the new baby coin squish. He has 0 head control right now, but they don't do much. Okay. Babies are cute. Don't think you can bring yourself to have another. I am low-key with you. Like, I don't think I can handle the sleep loss again. But they are pretty cute and sweet. It's just cool watching them grow. Seeing what their personalities are going to be like. Copper Coin was fairly inquisitive looking. This one's more judgmental looking. Like, you know, the person at the restaurant that gets super upset because they ask for their steak to be rare and you give it to them like medium rare. They're like, excuse me, I asked for this to be this way. Yeah, that's the look that this kid has on his face, like, all the time. Your one son looked like a grumpy old man as a baby. Yes it is, Shark Lord. It is normal for Ocarina of Time to make you rage. Especially the Water Temple. which messes a lot of people up, and it used to mess me up, but there's actually a really simple trick to it. If you do the water temple correctly, you will never need to lower the water past the initial use. So like, you lower the water to the bottom, you do everything on the bottom floor, raise it up, do everything on the middle floor, raise it up, do everything on the top floor. You do have to go back to the bottom floor once again, but the trick there is that you don't need to do anything that lowers the water volume at that point. Why did Princess Rudo make you rage? She only wanted to be your wife. Oh, I remember why Princess Rudo made you rage. Yeah, you know that over-expecting look that she gives you? That's Baby Coin's face like 9 times out of 10. Oh, hello. We're talking about you. Hi, Bright Eyes. Say he's up. Oh, we dropped the bink. Yeah, that look. It's like, excuse me, I was using that binky. Where'd it go? There it is. There you go. What's y'all's favorite kind of pasta noodle? I don't know what it's called. I think it might be like rigatoni. It's those green and red ones that you get in like pasta salads, suddenly salad thing. So good. Bow tie noodles are superior. There is something about bow tie noodles and a good pesto sauce that hits right. Yawn. Sorry guys, I've had next to no caffeine today, so we're struggling a little bit with the yawning. However, I did get a pretty sick slam and nap in today, so that was pretty cool. Naps used to make me sick. I appreciate them so much now. I think it was when I had my firstborn, and I didn't sleep for the first week. Finally crashed for a day, didn't sleep for 4 days, crashed for another day. Ever since then, my ability to stay awake has been toast. I swear kids suck some life force from you when they're born. We're still hanging out at 32 likes. What the what? As much as I have enjoyed shiny hunting this for 20 hours straight, not straight, but 20 hours, I would love to low-key be done with this hunt. At least one of them. Like, it is still going by insanely fast, so I'm not, like, too upset about it by any means, but, like, I would be hardcore lying if I didn't say that, I was ready for at least one of these to be shiny. We're at 21 hours right now. You bought new pots and pans? That crap is expensive, for real. It's kind of ridiculous. What kind of pans did you get? Stainless steel? Those copper ones to use with like a new wave? Did you get some good old-fashioned Teflon? Did you get some Hexclad? Just Teflon ones. Oh yeah, Hexclad is so expensive. Gotta pay for that Gordon Ramsay endorsement, don't they? Yeah, probably. Don't have a couple of grand to drop on pots and pans right now. I feel like it's a very niche group of people that would have that ability. We're waiting with bated breath, Sharklord. You're seeing the Gerudo symbol everywhere in this dungeon. What dungeon are you in there, Sharklord? Forest one? Ah. It's kind of, sort of, but not really the Gerudo symbol. It is a symbol on the blocks, though. But yeah, there is Gerudo symbolage on the blocks. I don't think it means much outside of a game development perspective of reusing assets and materials. However, the Gerudo symbol hasn't always been the Gerudo symbol, if I remember my Zelda lore and history correctly. It's the symbol they adopted. That and the Gerudo symbolage being in the other temples isn't that out of place when you consider that in as many Zelda games that there are sages, there has been vaguely a Gerudo sage of some kind. So, like, they have been around as long as the sages themselves have been around. So, to have their symbolage interconnected to some degree just proves their connection to the royal family going back generations. Whether they have been so honest or not. It just means at one point they shared the blood of a sage. Might accidentally start a new Skyrim run though. Hey, that's what's up. I didn't exactly start a new Skyrim run. I continued one. So like, they did the Skyrim Legendary Edition for the Xbox One, and somehow I got all the achievements for that one. But like, I know back in the day, I beat Skyrim into the ground and got all achievements for it. But for some reason, it registered under the Legendary Edition. So when I pop in the old edition, it lets me get the achievements again. So I have been playing through Skyrim for nothing but getting the achievements on my Xbox. Like, that was my sole driving factor behind playing Skyrim the last month. And I still have a little bit of stuff to do. But yeah, my whole Skyrim playthrough was dictated on, I want to get all of the achievements for this again. Why is there a sewer in the temple? Where's the plumbing? Natural plumbing. I'm pretty sure it's not a sewer, it's a well. But there are natural ditches and rivers and such going through the forest temple, I believe. Although, to be fair, there is one temple that I love so very dearly. One of my all-time favorite temples. Called the Ancient Cistern in Skyward Sword. Its entire thing is it's a cistern. It's where dirty water goes to collect, to be filtered out and purified before going into Lake Hylia. I mean, the bars aren't natural. They're there to keep rubbish from getting in, but the streams, I'm sure, were naturally there. Yeah, Umarli, there is a way to end the war peacefully. You have to be in good standing with the Brotherhood, or the Blades or something. I do believe you have to start attacking. You have to go up to the point where you return the war axe and do a few of the Stormcloak missions. But eventually it'll reach a point where you can either overwhelmingly win for the Stormcloaks, or you can take the peaceful option and trade land and stuff. Why is Soraya even here? It's like a 5-foot jump. She'll live. Oh, Soraya's there because she went in to become a sage, and then the boss kind of like tried to kill her. Also, Wes, welcome. You did in fact miss an hour of the stream playing The Blinding of Isaac, which is a pretty great game from what I hear. You thought the stairs broke so she couldn't leave? Nah, fam. It's absurd that we need stairs to get up there, or the hookshot. She used sage magic and forest power to get in. It's beautiful, so beautiful that I want to make you throw your controller through the window. Because Shark Lord is going on about Forest Temple and whatnot, we're going to have a slight deviation in today's programming, I think. Oh, goodness. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Oh, I just changed the music that was playing. I did enjoy my golfing until the cottonwood trees tried to kill me. Play the Halo song next. I know that this is safe to play and I'm not going to get copyright stricken for it. You know those 10-hour remixes on YouTube? I frequently listen to this for 10 hours straight. I don't know why, but there's just something... Like, it's supposed to convey an unnerving feeling, and initially it did. But I don't know, there's just something comforting and nostalgic about this song. And, like, I love being in the Forest Temple. Forest and Ancient Cistern are two of my all-time favorite temples. Just something nostalgically comforting about this. Also, I like how it bounces in between your two headphones. It's not weird at all, Shark Lord. You said you were in the Forest Temple and we're talking about it, so I went and found the Forest Temple theme song. Anyways, we're not going to listen to that for 10 hours. That would be ridiculous. Sorry for the music jump scare. Good morning. Hope you're all awake. One of these days I'll figure out to not do that on my streams. I've finally gotten my audio for my videos taken care of after, 3 years of doing it. Well, I can tell you right now, Wiss, I'm not worth much. You're unsuing me. Perfect. I am presently not streaming because it's making me money. Maybe one day. It makes enough to buy a game here or there, though, so that's cool. He put all his points in charisma. Facts. Ooh, grilled corn on the cob. That's what's up. Speaking of which, there's a shindig at the fairgrounds. The 27th, 28th, and 29th I'm going to have to go to, and I'm going to have to get myself a giant freaking scone. You just remembered. And I might pick up some grilled corn on the cob while I'm there. I have max Riz. That's what's up. It was enough to land my wife, so that's a plus. Funnel cake. Even better, Umarli. Funnel cake and scones. And corn. All of it. We don't pick sides. We don't make choices. It's all or nothing. I mean, the scone is like a foot in diameter if if they haven't shrunk in accordance with inflation. go to your local fair and don't push yourself into a food coma, something is in fact wrong. It's a requirement. I don't think this is the fairy fair though. It's called like the Whoopie Days Rodeo, but like I don't think it's a full-fledged fair. I think that one's still going to be coming towards August. But I will be having to go to the Southeast Idaho State Fair at some point. Hopefully they actually got some good live events to go see. Alright, I'm gonna go pass off Baby Coin. And be right back. Chair stream for the win. Yeah, not much, Wiss. Not much at all. Just me ranting and talking about how I think I want to do like a Brass Coin Plays portion of the channel or different channel entirely type stuff, just to have a little variety and see what I can get up to. But I don't think that channel would ever get monetized. But I think it would be more of a way to just interact with people outside of shiny hunting and more frequently, so I could still play games but still stream at the same time. I think is what that would be all about. Because like I do like other games, it's just like playing Donkey Kong or Mario on here, or Fallout is going to be so out of character for the channel that it's like, okay, this isn't going to fly on a Pokemon channel. Yaz, welcome. Resident Evil, especially Whis, that's actually one of the driving factors. I do enjoy playing Resident Evil. Yep, I am in fact eating a banana because I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Bratz diet. I forgot what all it stands for, but I think it's banana, rice, applesauce, and I forget what the S starts for in the T. Bananas, applesauce, rice, toast. What was S? I forget what S stands for. If somebody knows, then great. But bananas are one of the few things I can safely have that isn't going to trigger my Ralph on the floor or in the bowl next to me reflex. Eat the banana with the peel, more protein. I find that not appealing. Make eye contact. That's for my other channel on OnlyFans. Yeah, yes. Me and my wife are not feeling super great. Also, fun brass coin fact, I am actually also allergic to bananas, so while it's one of the few things I can safely have, it also comes with mild irritation. Only brass. I dropped my banana. Man. It's gonna end up on a short or something for Brass Eats Banana on stream by the end of the week, I bet you. He drops his banana. I love bananas though. There's a reason why Donkey Kong 64 was so appealing to me. Such a great game. I'm very disappointed in Nintendo for giving us Donkey Kong Returns HD and not Donkey Kong 64 HD. Primal Urge. Just got jump scared by a spider token. That sounds like the forest temple I love and know. Wiz, that's actually the debate right now. I believe it was Umarli that said put them all here and just do separate playlists for things. The problem with creating the other channel to do it is I don't think it would ever get monetized, and I'm not willing to sacrifice my Hyrule Monkey channel to see. Because I do have a second channel already that is just for Zelda, as you have already found out. Oh yeah, I'm sure people would understand Umarli. It's more of what I fear the YouTube algorithm is going to do to the channel. Because there's a certain status that comes with doing the same type of content every single time that YouTube favors. And that's kind of what drives the growth of the channel, is sticking to that curve so that YouTube knows what to expect with your channel. But once you do it long enough, it'll eventually calibrate itself to where it's fine, but that takes an immense amount of time. Poipole is shiny locked in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It is not shiny locked in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. You know, I actually think a Brass Coin Plays might not be a bad idea, like an entirely separate, dedicated channel. I may ask one of my buddies if he's down to stream on it as well. I could convert it, but there's just something in my soul that says don't destroy the Zelda channel. I mean, that one's no longer monetized either because I didn't post a video for like a year. But it was at one point, which was really cool. I have a feeling I could get it monetized again. I think a big part of it is just putting videos up again. That would greatly help. Let me look at the stats for that other channel. Oh, I'm already signed in. Cool. Oh, maybe that's why emojis weren't working. Yeah, the Twitch option isn't ideal. Let's see. View your channel. I mean, for not uploading in a solid year, my Nintendo Direct did get 40 views. And I've got like 1,050 subscribers on that channel, so I think if I consistently uploaded, I could get it to work again. Got me 1.6 hours of watch time. And I only need like 3,800 watch time hours. You'd watch Brass Plays, epic. For those that don't know that are hanging out in the chat, that's my other channel. Yeah, I was gonna go a lot harder with Tears of the Kingdom, but like there was nothing that I wanted to do. It's the Hyrule Monkey. That's the name of my second channel. Oh yeah, definitely want to do theories on a channel. Like that's what that channel is designed for. It's just Tears of the Kingdom destroyed any desire I wanted for theories for a very long time. Don't think you'll ever finish Tears. It's a great game, but yeah, it's barely Zelda. Like it's got a lot of Zelda theming to it. My issue is Breath of the Wild was a Zelda game. It alluded to things in the past. It didn't tell you exactly where it was. You know, it worked really well. It'd be like, oh, maybe it stems from here, maybe it stems from there. But when Tears of the Kingdom popped into the scene, it alienated both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild from the rest of the Zelda continuity to the point where there's only really one theory that I can go with it. And that's that Skyward Sword created two timelines also. And that's pretty much a general consensus is Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild both exist in a universe where the founding of Hyrule occurred differently, but the events of the current timeline still happened similarly. It's the only explanation. Still a great game. Like, I have nothing bad to say about Tears of the Kingdom. It's just, it's not good theory content. Like, you could theorize where the Zonai came from, and that's pretty much it. But there is no way, unless it takes place so far in the future, that the only option was that the Hyrule we know got destroyed and actually became a legend, and then Hyrule was refounded, and that's why we don't see the Triforce. I am really hyped for Echoes, though. That's actually what made me kind of revive the Hyrule Monkey channel. So, less solid lard. Do you think Echoes is going to be a Link's Awakening sequel because it shares the same art style? Or do you think it's going to be a Link to the Past sequel because it shares the same world? I don't think it can be a Link Between Worlds sequel because I'm pretty sure Ganon is pretty definitively destroyed. But at the same token, I could easily see that being the case as well, because he was trapped in an alternate dimension fused with Yuga. He could absorb some sort of dimensional power like that. This one's far out there, but bear with me. Like, if this game happened to detail the destruction and recreation of Hyrule to Link to Breath of the Wild, I would be a giddy little schoolgirl. Beating Ganon with Zelda and a crystal. Yeah. That could work. It could be. It really depends on what iteration of Link that was that we saw. I don't believe he had the Master Sword, though. But it is kind of cool to have Link starting with defeating Ganon. You have a GBA Nintendo DS emulator. Umarly, do you also have a 3DS emulator and or a Wii or Nintendo Switch? Because personally, and this is going to be out there, I would recommend doing Switch Online, playing through Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and then going and playing Skyward Sword either on the Wii or the Switch. The reason being is Ocarina of Time is definitively like the best game to jump into the series at, because you can understand what's going on from start to finish. There are a few references to older games, but there's not many older games. In fact, Ocarina of Time's the fourth one in the 24 games that there are now. And Ocarina of Time is kind of the foundation that the entire world's built off of at this point. So I would recommend Ocarina of Time as the first. And you can play that on Nintendo Switch Online for free if you have it. And then the Majora's Mask is the directest sequel to Ocarina of Time in every way, shape, or form. And then I recommend Skyward Sword after that, because it's a great installment in the series and kind of lays the foundation of the creation of Hyrule. And it was like I want to say it's the 16th game in the series, maybe the 17th. But it lays the foundation of the beginning, which is helpful to have. And then I would say from there, I would go to Wind Waker and then Twilight Princess. Yeah, it should actually, Umarly. Yeah, if you have the expansion pass, you would have access to that. Switch Plus Family Pack, yeah. That should be included. Oh yeah, you gotta throw Minish Cap in there because that game goes so hard. Like, that game, Minish Cap takes place in between Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time. Definitely a great game. Ooh, that was a good neck crack. Yeah, I could post it in my Discord. Less Solid, you have a great night, and thanks for hanging out with us. It's going to be under the Nintendo 64 online app. And if you want tips and tricks on how to beat the bosses, check out my Hyrule Monkey channel, because I have damageless boss runs for all of Ocarina of Time and all of Majora's Mask. You found it. Glad to hear it. I mean, if you had access to a 3DS, I would say play it on the 3DS because you're going to get the better experience, but this will work out great for you. Just when playing it, be very curious and let yourself get immersed in the world and you won't regret it. Oh yeah, probably not. If you could find a 3DS Boys online somewhere, you sure you could? Very likely. Oh, they put Goldeneye up here? That's what's up. Harvest Moon? Wow, there's so many bangers on here now. What the what? Nice. Anyways. Yeah, Zelda Majora's Mask. And Zelda Ocarina of Time. Also, I really appreciate that they use the original N64 box art for this. Like, that is so cool. But oh my gosh. Those games hitting home. The 3DS was backwards compatible. Yeah, 3DS could play DS games. Yeah, best of luck there. I don't know how the experience is going to be playing on the phone since there's a good amount of bow and arrow shooting. And Umarli, Minish Cap can be found on the Game Boy Advanced channel, just like the 64. And then Zelda 1 and 2 for the NES can be found on the NES one, and A Link to the Past can be found on the Super Nintendo one. But I'd worry about Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Minish Cap, and Skyward Sword to start off the journey. Hey, Jupiter, welcome. Still at work, but glad to listen in. Glad to have you listen in, Jupiter. We'll see you maybe a little bit when you get off, if I'm still streaming. Not sure how you're going to get it, but you'll try it regardless. Little bit of perseverance, I think. I am an iPhone person. I don't really like Android Green. I mean, I grew up with an iPod for my music and have had no reason to switch from Apple since. No, Marley, unfortunately, I don't. I know they made it, like, official, part of the iPhone, like there's an official app for it now. But yeah, I had the iPhone 4S since way back when, and I've just stuck with iPhone because it works for everything I need it to do and haven't had a reason to switch to a Samsung. Also, I haven't really messed with GBA for iOS because I have a wicked awesome gaming computer. I don't really dabble in ROMs and emulators the most. Of course, I backed up a few of my own games to play and whatnot, but I have literally every Nintendo system ever made. And if it's a game I've wanted to play, I've bought it hard copy because I'm that person. You have the download for the Nintendo DS BIOS. Epic. Sharklord is getting motion sickness now. Oh no, did you catch my flu? Oh, it's Ocarina of Time. Still going, Solus. Welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah. I love that hallway. You don't have the Online Plus pack? That is indeed unfortunate. Here, using your 3DS. As it should be there, Shark Lord. I personally would boot it up on the original N64 myself. Makes sense, Umarley. Makes sense. Yeah, actually, in that glass case over there is my Zelda shrine. Originally, I wanted to be a Zelda tuber. But Pokemon was working, hence the Pokemon channel and the sub-channel for Zelda. What's still infuriating to me is, and this is a testament to specifying a niche early on. I was doing Let's Plays on this channel originally, and I said when I get to 100 subscribers, I'll do my first Zelda theory. I did it on this channel. 1 year in, I did my first Zelda theory. For the next 4 years, it got 12,000 views. Maybe 13 total. I then created a Zelda-specific channel and got it monetized within 3 months. That same video that I did, I reposted on that channel. 43,000 views in less than a year. And yes, I did get the bots running again, so they are up and available for everybody. Like, it had 42,000 views within the end of the month. Same theory. I just I don't even think I re-recorded it. I think I just took out the brass coin bits and put in Hyrule Monkey instead and kept the original file. But I may have re-recorded it, I don't know. Oh, dang. That's pretty epic, Shark Lord. Was that a Pikmin short? Oh, yeah. Free is generally better. I'm a collector, so I gotta have the physical copies for my OCD habits, but... I want to move the camera and show you guys, but I will never get the camera back in the same place again. So we got like the Zelda Switch stuff. Got Nintendo 64, GameCube, 3DS games. Got the Super Nintendo and the NES all the way down there. There we go. Yeah, there's just something lopsided about that I don't like. Where are the Game Boys at? Strewn about the room. There's 2 of them on my desk. There's 1 of them on my game shelf. There's 1 of them back there. This silver case right here has my Game Boy and my Game Boy Color in it. I no longer have an original Nintendo DS, but I got the DS Lite, which is better. Got the GBA SP and a GBA. I prefer the SP personally. However, if I upgraded my Game Boy Advance to a backlit screen and some LED buttons, which I do plan to do eventually, I would say the GBA original would be the better. Started your GBA game journey on the GBA SP. Was the navy blue looking color. You mean this one? Solid entry into the Nintendo products there, Marley. Never seen question when next stream. Next stream will in fact be tomorrow night, probably at 9:30, 10 o'clock p.m. I'm going to try to stream every day at 10 p.m. Yeah, they definitely do be pricey these days. Pretty much everything is pricey these days for... Especially trying to get back into the, there we go. Get back into, like, Pokemon games. They pretty spendy. I think that just adjusted on me. There. Also, this music goes fire. Team Magma and Team Aqua soundtrack. I really need to record, well, I got my video recorded, I need to do the audio to it. My Generation 3, porting the Pokemon all the way up to Generation 9, I need to do the voiceover for that one. Sanis, welcome. Still Bobberson, just your alternate account. Fair enough. Did we ever hit our like goal, by the way? I haven't been checking on that, but I probably should. Maybe I should try an early morning stream tomorrow. Or not an early morning, but like an actual somewhere close to daytime. Shark Lord, I couldn't say, but I will for sure be streaming at 10 p.m. tomorrow night since I don't have work the following day. I wouldn't expect it to be until noon or so. I have a doctor's appointment for my kiddo at like 11, so like 1 o'clock would be the earliest I would probably stream. Because I probably won't get out of bed until 10 a.m. We are going to utilize my oldest being at Grandma's house to the fullest tomorrow. And that means sleeping in a little bit. Because, you know, new babies, they don't do much. I actually might stream a little bit longer than midnight tonight. I will have to go and talk to the wife for a few minutes, maybe do a baby trade-off so she can go to bed and stuff, but yeah, when you get the ability to sleep in, you take it. Especially when your baby wakes you up every 3 to 4 hours. Speaking of which, we are in fact at 22 hours of stream time. Your parents don't have room to house all the brats, or that would be an option for you. It is something, that's for sure. By the way, you mean brats with as much love as possible? Yeah, I mean, you gotta vent somehow. Like, as wonderful as kids are, they have the most amazing talent at pushing every single one of your buttons, some of which at the same time. I mean, my mom lovingly called us butthead number 1 through 6 at this point, but my sister's butthead number 1, my brother's butthead number 2, I'm butthead number 3, my cousin's butthead number 4. I got 5 other cousins that take up 5 through 10. And then it moved on to the grandbabies as butthead number 11. They all act like your wife, so they will definitely push every button possible. Sometimes they just know how to do it efficiently. My kid's favorite thing to do right now is go from place to place, grab everything he possibly can. And like, it is kind of cute sometimes because like he grabs the remote and brings it to you. Because you're like, you shouldn't be having that, and then he'll bring it to you. But like, he gets into everything else much faster than we can put what he gets into back where it was. So he'll be on to like 6 things while we're still putting away the first thing. And that's what gets him scolded more than anything. But more than maybe we should this last 2 weeks, we're like, okay, you've been a good boy. We need you to go play in your room so we can tend to brother for a minute. You know, and we'll use the baby gate to lock him in his room. You know, he's safe. There's outlets are all covered. You know, he can play with everything in there. There's nothing he can't get into. Nothing he shouldn't be into anyways. And it's like, we need you to go play in your room. You're not in trouble. You've been a good boy. But go play in your room so mom and dad can, you know, get some dishes done or get the house picked up or, you know, tend to brother for 5 seconds. Your one son likes to open the pantry door and somehow rip everything out of it. Yep. Scale his dresser, the island, the counters. It's amazing how quickly they learn to climb when they want cookies or something up top. We've kind of taught my kid a little bit of sign language in conjunction with some words like food, and it is the cutest thing. I really need to get it on recording, but you know, you'll be eating something and he'll just come up to you in the cutest way possible and just ood, because he can't say F, so he can't say food. It's just ood, and it's always phrased as a question. Ood? It's one of my favorite things. And we taught him more and drink, which is this I think is actually milk, but drink. We taught him thank you, blow kisses. Nice, Sanus. However, plain as day, if you are eating something that's not a meal and it's a snack, he will come up and be like, cookie? He knows cookie really well. And he calls M&Ms Nem-a-Nem. He liked to hover and stare at us like we know what he wants, especially when we're eating. Asking the real questions. Is there ood? And we tried to teach him how to say sippy, but he won't say S, so it's pippy. And like, it's the funnest thing as a parent. Like, you work with them on the words, and they get it close enough that you're like, all right, you know what, your sippy cup is pippy now. And so, like, without even missing a beat, me and my wife don't say, go get your sippy. It's, go get pippy. And he knows exactly what he needs to go get. He can talk, but he just won't. That is so frustrating. Like, my kid knows some words, and trying to get him to say them sometimes is worse than pulling teeth. It's like, come on, dude, I know we know this. And, like, you feel like a jerk because they're testing you. So you can't just be like, all right, fine, you know what? We've been at this long enough. I'm just going to give it to you. Because then that trains them that, hey, if I play dumb long enough, they're just going to give in and I don't have to work. But you feel bad the entire time you're doing it because you're like, I am making my kid perform tricks like a circus monkey, trying to get them to learn. It's like, all right, I asked you to say this word so you can have this M&M. Like, I know you can say it, you know you can say it, but you're not saying it, so I can't give it to you. We're at an impasse. The other day, I ate a brownie in front of my kid because we fed him lunch. And he's at that stage where he just won't eat anything for us at all, ever. And so while he was eating lunch, I went and got a brownie. And he kept, saying, I'm done, get me out of the high chair, I'm done eating. And this kid had the audacity to come and ask for some of my brownie. I'm like, no, you got lunch over there. You go eat that and we'll talk. I'll save you a few bites. Nope. So I just sat there and ate it in front of him. I was like, you know what you need to do. You're 19 months old. You got this. Your son knows when he's in trouble too because he'll start kissing you. That's funny. One good thing about my kid is he knows when you're sick. He knows when you just don't have the ability to deal with the bullcrap. Like, me and my wife have never been sick and had him be an absolute hellion. Like, if we're sick, he is very mellow, very like, just hold me. You guys do better, he knows we don't feel good. And this morning, my wife was out on the couch puking, and I was in his room because he can't run around the living room because we're not well enough to get him out of stuff. So, like, I went into his room and laid down on his floor while he played, so that, you know, there's a person there, he feels involved and whatnot. He just climbed all over me and was loving on me. He's like, he knows when they're sick. It's amazing how smart kids can be, but how dumb they play. Oh, they'll throw a temper tantrum on you, huh? Why are there disembodied heads that turn into more smaller disembodied heads? Are you talking about the pose? Because you're not talking about the bouncing skulls. Disembodied hands. Oh, the floor masters. Yeah, those things suck. If you get caught by one of the big ones, it will take you to like the beginning of the dungeon or some jail cell like thing, depending on where you're at. If you slash it and break it into 3, you have to kill all 3 of those little hands, or else they'll latch onto you and turn into a big hand again. Those are called floor masters. And they are terrifying in Tears of the Kingdom, let me tell you. How many encounters did we start off? You didn't see them in Tears? Oh, Shark Lord, they changed shapes on you, man. So that Floor Master is the same thing as... You know the Gloom hands? Like, surely you fought Phantom Ganon in the bottom of the Deku Tree, and there were all those hands grabbing up at you before Phantom Ganon spawns? That's what those are. They're just much more terrifying in Tears of the Kingdom and annoying. They're harder in Ocarina of Time, to be honest. I disagree, but different strengths for different people. Yeah, the design for the Floor Masters... It changed in Wind Waker. In Tears, you just need an ice weapon. The Zelda games were a little bit harder back then. Less resources, less ways to do things. And need we mention keys? Every Zelda game is designed so that you cannot soft lock yourself out of a dungeon. The only exception, I believe, to that rule is Ocarina of Time, Master Quest, Water Temple. You can soft lock yourself. You can use a key in the wrong spot, which makes it so that you can't get that key, another key behind the door. I'm pretty sure. Either that or I was just stupid as a kid, one of the three. Have we hit the like goal yet? I see that there are 18 people currently watching. Chances are, not all of you guys have smashed that like button. If we could get one person that's lurking in the chat to smash that like button, we will hit our second like goal of the stream. If you're on mobile, if you press and hold the screen, touch my finger, there will be a menu that pops up. You can hit the like button from there. Or in the upper left-hand corner, there are 3 dots. You can select there. They will take you to the same thing. We just hit it. We just hit it, says Shark Lord. What are we at? Oh, and we grew a subscriber as well. Thank you to whoever subscribed. Hopefully it'll pop up on our alerts here. And we did, in fact, hit the like goal. Epic. Jonathan M. You don't know me, but I got you. Thanks, Jonathan. How we doing tonight? Got some Pokemon vibes going on. The Bobber Son is back. Back again. Okay, we are resetting. This black Switch or 3DS I have is taking a hot minute to load. Just vibing, Jonathan. Glad to hear it. Happy to have you vibe here. Do a little bit of chat about pretty much everything as we waste our time trying to find a white and gold Poipole. Enjoying the night. Gonna crash soon because you were on a doom scroll until now. I love how that's like a normal thing, and I love the name for it, just doom scrolling. Never looking for anything in particular, just hoping you find something at the bottom of the YouTube scroll. Well, you found us, so I count that as a win. I'm actually myself debating on if I want to crash as well. Right now there are 8 back there. 8? Maybe 9. There are 8 back there. I have a total of 18 switches in my house. I got 2 on my desk that are OLED switches. I got 15 usually back there, but I'm repairing some of them. And then my wife's Animal Crossing Edition switches out in the living room. Ooh. I'll be doing a video about it here shortly, but I did some custom work on my Nintendo Switch. We got a Pokeball themed Nintendo Switch that I put together. It's got a white front, red back, and the Joy-Cons are perfectly Pokeball flavored. Love it. Took like 3 hours to get the whole process done. Hoping to simplify that into about 30 minutes of work on a YouTube video. So That's pretty cool. But Jonathan, I have ran Pokebots on my YouTube channel for about 3-ish years now, so that my subscribers could get certain Pokemon that they want. Those switches are what fuels the bots. So most, if not all, of those switches were paid for by the community in some way, shape, or form. So they said, here, buy another switch to facilitate more bots. And I did it. So something I enjoy doing for the community. Makes sense. You were going to ask for real. Yeah. Blaine's also does these type of giveaways and stuff on his channel. This is how he does them. This took me on a whole rabbit hole when I was at like 600 subscribers. I was like trying to get a monetized channel status and wondering, okay, I want to do giveaways for my channel. How's this guy doing them? And did some research into what he was actually doing and found Sysbots. And this is how he's doing it. But he never shows his switches because I don't think that he runs them. Tyler's a Gamer has subscribed. You should too, if you haven't already. Glad to have contributed 1 cent through ad revenue. Thank you so much, Sharklord. However, for how many of my videos you've probably seen, it's probably more like $4. Yeah, not a lot of people that do their Pokemon giveaways on their channel are open and forthright about the technology used to do them and what all goes into it. Never once hit that on my channel. Been open about it from the get-go, and it hasn't steered me wrong, so... Yeah, I think my channel averages between the seasons about $4 per 1,000 views, and that's just one of the bonuses of keeping your niche small. So Pokemon Company pays YouTube a lot of money for ad space on Pokemon themed videos. General Nintendo stuff does as well, but because I specifically specialize in Pokemon, there should be a lot of Nintendo ads on my channel, a lot of video game ads on my channel, which pay higher than a lot of other things for ad revenue. English. I do not know Spanish. A Random Pelican has subscribed. Welcome to the channel, Random Pelican. Like the name. Getting a small wave of subscribers. Digging that. Oh goodness, what have I done? There we go. Pelican's legit. Fair enough. I can dig it. I like the name. Random Pelican. And to those wondering why encounters are going up 2 for every 1 that I do, it's because I'm hunting on 2 DSs here. I just keep going behind my keyboard for some reason. There we go. Got 1 Ultra Sun, 1 Ultra Moon. We are just hoping that the shiny appears first on the screen that you guys can actually see. Speaking of everything, your wife be calling at bedtime. God bless all you do. Hope you all have a blessed week. You as well, Jonathan M. Yeah, check in it anytime you feel like it. I actually think that I will be having to call it bedtime here as well. I'm going to go reconvene with the wife here for a moment and see if I get extra stream time or if what we need to do there. So I'm going to put it on idle. This isn't officially the end of the stream. I will probably be back in just a few moments. Well, I will be back in just a few moments, and I'll let you guys know. everybody that's currently streaming is bigger than Brass right now. That's a good thing, I think. But we'll be here for another 2 hours, give or take. So that means we need a new like goal of potentially 45. Let me get on that. New like goal of 45. What? Nightbot. No. That's a bad Nightbot. They can have 3 emojis. What are you doing? Stupid Nightbot. No, Nightbot, that's a very bad Nightbot. But we are good to stream for a while yet, so I have responsibility of baby coin. My wife can go to bed when she pleases, as can I. We may just find shiny Poipole today. This will be the first time I've done a 5-hour-long stream in a very, very long time. Wow, we ticked up to 19 people watching, then dropped to 9, and then dropped to 7. That's wild. It's a roller coaster. If we play our cards right, we can hit 3K tonight. Not exactly QB, not feeling super better, but I feel well enough. Like, I'm not tired. I slept most of the day anticipating a longer stream, so that's cool. I don't feel like throwing up all the time presently, but that's because I'm not focused on how bad I feel either. But going to bed at about 2, I will still be able to sleep in for about 8 hours, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, Twitch is usually a ghost town. You have seen some streams where it spikes from 6 to 23, then drops to 11. Saw a streamer that he had an average of 200 views. Just spike to 900, then drop again after a bit. Yeah, it can get wild. I think Sauce McGavin usually has around 400 to 900 people. Wednesday, my Resident Evil 0 arrives, so I'm thinking I'm going to start off the saga with Resident Evil 0, since that's kind of like timeline-wise the first in the series. You need 1K subs to stream with your phone? Wild. The streamer you mentioned, it could have been bots, but can that still happen in today's YouTube? Seemed pretty seldom when YouTube had impersonation accounts and copy pasta spam. I'm not sure. Like, I do know that I occasionally get people posting on my videos if I want to buy views, and like, that's very counterproductive. Like, why would I want to pay you money to get views so that I can get ad revenue? That makes no sense. Yeah, basically. Remember the time I met you before even time was a thing. Sounds like the intro to an anime, not gonna lie. Speaking of time and anime on a random, completely illogical tangent, the show Your Name is phenomenal. Shark Lord says, I'll start streaming eventually, but to stream on Switch, you need to have a computer. Even a laptop works. A capture card, all the cords, not suck, and have access to YouTube because the crap's confusing. It's not terrible. I mean, yeah, you do need a PC, but you can get a capture card for like 20 bucks. I've actually streamed with them before too. Worked pretty good. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It hit me in the feels in all the right ways. Same with a silent voice. That one hits you in the feels as well. And then there's Weathering With You that takes place in the same universe as Your Name, which is also phenomenal. And there's a new one, Suzune, that is also really good. What made you cry, Shark Lord? Oh, wow, QB. Yeah, that's wild. Oh, yeah, silent voice. Easy. Easy to get worked up and cry on that one. Movie Makia, that I haven't heard of. Oh, Suzume looks amazing. The downside to Suzume is that it has all of the same stuff as Your Name and Weathering With You. It's by the same studio, but it's not officially in the same universe. There's no crossover. Which, don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to have that to be a great movie. Like, it is a phenomenal movie on its own right. I was just really hoping to figure out how it all worked together, because, like, there is a giant story being told. Like, with Your Name, you have Mizuha, and I forget the male protagonist's name, but they're both seen in a ring shop selling a ring when Weathering With You and company goes to the store. You can see Mitsuha as a ring salesman. It's pretty cool. What's up, B? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. And I was just waiting for Suzune to have some sort of crossover, like a random freak rainstorm with a sunshine in the middle of it or something. It's basically of this girl from a semi-immortal race where she adopts a son and practically outlives him. Oh, that would be sad. Also, why did my chat freeze? There it goes. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a good one. Thoughts on Whisker Away? I've never heard of that one. I've watched Spirited Away, that one's good. Made in Abyss. Love that anime. Might have to check them out. Don't. Is it going to induce eye leakage? It's on Netflix, but mostly watched because of Yorushika, popular musical artist. Okay. About a girl trying to escape her reality and ultimately appreciating what she has. It's got some gross things in it. Made in Abyss. I mean, sounds like it might. You know what really makes me sad? Haku in Spirited Away died. To hear what I said, but tech difficulties most definitely. It said chat was disconnected. It eventually reconnected, so we seem to be good. Oh, great. We're dropping. That continues to be a thing. If it does, we will end the stream if it's not going to give us a good frame rate. The stream couldn't handle it. Yeah, we'll see if it continues to give me frame notifications. We're just too cool for the stream. He's too awesome, we can't handle it. Credit squad. It's gotta be some sort of a Marnie song. Yep, Marnie battle theme. Oh. Dropped frames detected 72% over the last 2 minutes. Guys, it's late. Stream's cutting in and out. I think it's going to be best to continue this a different day. Or the same day, really. Just a little bit later on in today's day. Since it is 12:30. So if it can't give me frames, then we can't really have a good stream. So I don't know what's going on with my internet, whether it's being utilized by other devices on my network or what have you, but we shall end the stream for tonight. Shark Lord can get some good Pokemon Sleep going on because we started earlier. So we will see you guys probably around 1 p.m. tomorrow for a little bit, and then 10 p.m. for sure. So we'll catch you guys maybe a little earlier. We'll see. We'll see you then.